If you're looking for some movies or TV shows featuring horror movies of 2024, in this video, we will recommend the top 10 best horror movies in 2024. So check it out. Number 10. Nosferatu 2024. Director, Robert Eggers.
It was our wedding. When we turned around.
The story of an obsession between a tormented young woman and the terrifying vampire who falls in love with her, with all the horror she will spread in her wake. In 1838, Hutter's young assistant has to travel to Transylvania to close a sale with a client, a count who lives in a castle in the Carpathians. After a complicated and sinister journey, he arrives at the place, where the chilling experiences will continue. Hutter discovers the mark of fangs on his neck, and soon understands that the Count is actually the reincarnation of the vampire Nosferatu. Number 9. Exuma 2024. Director, Jang Jae-hyun.
무엇을 해보죠?
A renowned shaman, Lee Hwa-rim, and her apprentice are hired by an enigmatic, wealthy family to investigate a strange illness affecting their firstborn son. With the help of an embalmer and the country's most renowned feng shui expert, Kim Sang-duk, they track down a hidden family grave located on sacred ground. Sensing an ominous aura around the site, the team opts to exhume and relocate the ancestral remains immediately. But something far darker emerges on the remote mountain, unleashing supernatural forces that threaten to destroy them all. Number 8. Odity 2024. Director, Damian McCarthy.
What do you want?
You're in trouble.
What?
Would you just open the door?
When Danny is brutally murdered at the remote country house she and her husband are renovating, everyone suspects a patient at the local mental hospital where Ted works as a doctor. But shortly after the tragic murder, the suspect is found dead. A year later, Danny's blind twin sister Darcy, a self-proclaimed clairvoyant and collector of cursed objects, pays an unexpected visit to Ted and his new girlfriend Yana. Darcy is convinced there's more to her sister's murder than people think, and has brought with her the most dangerous objects in her curse collection to exact revenge. Number 7. Heretic 2024. Director, Scott Beck.
I need to go home.
I won't keep you if you wish to leave.
But I want you to choose which door to go through based on your faith.
Two young missionaries from the Mormon church in a small Colorado town go door to door in the hope of converting the inhabitants. In the evening, after a fruitless day, they decide to knock on the door of an isolated house. It is the charming Meister Reed who welcomes them. But very quickly, the young women realize that they have fallen into a trap. The house is a real labyrinth where they can only count on their ingenuity and intelligence to stay alive. Number 6. Immaculate 2024. Director, Michael Mohan.
Blood of Christ.
It's a miracle.
An American nun embarks on a new journey when she joins a remote convent in the Italian countryside. However, her warm welcome quickly turns into a living nightmare. Cecilia, a devout nun living in the United States, embarks on a new journey to a remote convent in the remote Italian countryside. The warm welcome she receives from Father Sal Tedeschi upon her arrival quickly turns to horror when she discovers that her new home hides a horrible secret and an unspeakable evil. Number 5. The First Omen 2024. Director, Arkasha Stevenson.
This child is his way.
After taking her vows as a nun, a young American girl is sent to Rome to begin her life as a religious in service to the church. However, once there, she finds herself face to face with darkness, which will shake her own faith and will uncover an evil conspiracy that hopes to bring about the birth of none other than Satan's son. This film is a prequel to the successful 1976 film, The Omen. The plot explores the events leading up to Damien's birth. Number 4, Smile 2, 2024. Director, Parker Finn.
When I showed up, Lewis?
In New York City, successful pop star Sky Riley prepares for an upcoming comeback tour following a highly publicized struggle with substance abuse and a car crash that killed her boyfriend Paul Hudson. Under constant supervision from her mother and manager Elizabeth, along with their assistant Joshua, Sky sneaks out to visit Lewis after injuring her back during rehearsals. At Lewis's home, Sky discovers his erratic behavior when he sees something that Sky cannot see before he collapses, smiles at Sky, and bludgeons himself to death with a weight. Number 3, Tarot, 2024. Director, Spencer Cohen.
It's an unspoken rule not to use somebody else's cards.
Who cares?
The film tells the story of a group of friends who break an important rule in tarot readings. When a group of friends recklessly violate the sacred rule of never using someone else's deck in tarot readings, they unknowingly unleash a terrible evil trapped within the cursed cards. Facing their fates one by one, the young people find themselves in a race against death to escape the future predicted by the cards. Number 2, Abigail, 2024. Director, Tyler Gillett.
No cell phones.
So whose kid is she?
A very wealthy man who's about to be $50 million poorer.
After kidnapping a 12-year-old dancer who is the daughter of a powerful mob boss, a gang of criminals has only one task left: to watch the girl for one night in order to collect the $50 million ransom. In a mansion far from everything, the kidnappers begin to disappear one by one, and they discover with increasing horror that they are locked up with a very unusual girl. Even the smallest children can become real monsters. Number 1, Longlegs, 2024. Director, Osgood Perkins.
Yeah.
Take a nice long look.
In pursuit of a serial killer, an FBI agent uncovers a series of occult clues that she must solve to end his terrifying killing spree. Lee Harker is a bright, up-and-coming new FBI agent who is assigned to a cold case involving an elusive serial killer known as Longlegs. Harker's investigation becomes increasingly complex and disturbing when she uncovers evidence of occult rituals linked to the murders. As she unravels these disturbing details, she realizes she has a personal connection to the killer, prompting her to race against time to stop him before he claims the lives of another innocent family.